I have Usha with me. Usha is has been a friend of ours, and she also has consulted me professionally for her health problems. And Usha had a symptom of burning sensation in her chest and her abdomen, and also she had certain issues of weight gain. And after the initial consultation, I suggested she do some very simple and basic interventions, which would then go on and drastically change the way her body responded. Usha, on to you.
Yes, no, Mahesh, I'm so glad to be here with you and share my experience. Uh, when I came to you about my weight gain, and I had this indigestion problem, and I had this burping and burning sensation, acidity, and all kinds of issues. Uh, then you suggested that basically there were only two things. One is I should have my food only when I'm hungry. Even if the time period is, very long or lengthy, it's fine. Otherwise, I generally used to have it from morning, afternoon, lunch, and then dinner. It was like that. My routine was like that. But after you said that, I tried implementing that, and I did do that. While I was doing that, what happened was my cravings and all of the stuff stopped. And another thing which you asked me to do was to chew my food properly, not to swallow them. I used to just keep swallowing my food all the three times, just as it was my some bin. My body is being a bin and I'm just putting things inside. For that, you gave me a technique that is to chant Gayatri mantra three times and not swallow. You should have it.
While chewing your food.
The funny part is, yes, while chewing my food, which is like, yeah, before I could swallow and put it in, pass it through into my stomach. Now, initially, what used to happen was not even one Gayatri mantra I could complete, I would swallow. And then slowly, I said, no, I'm going to continue with this practice and see how I can do this. As time went by, I was able to, chew my food till I finished my three Gayatris mentally. And then I started having my food.
So
And these
what
two
was the
practices as
yeah? So what was the result of this practice? That's what people want to hear from you.
yeah, the result is I've lost 5 kilos.
And in how many days?
Approximately from the lockdown period which started till now. Till date, today I checked my weight. It is around, I was 85 and now I'm 80. And I
Wow.
have not done anything else. I have not done any exercise. I have not done any diet control. Only thing is, I never used to have any fried foods. Otherwise, normal, our Indian traditional food I used to take. And the symptoms of that acidity, burning, and indigestion, everything has stopped. I feel very nice and I feel very satisfied when I finish my food, when I do this, and I don't have these cravings. Otherwise, I always used to pick like in between meals. I used to snack on biscuits or murku or whatever, Indian traditional snack items, and that's how it used to be. But then once I adhered to what you had to say, only these two things: eat only when you're hungry and chant Gayatri three times before you could swallow, while you're chewing your food in your mouth. And it
Okay.
has really worked wonders, Manish. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's
And
how.
I will continue
Yes.
this because it's,
Yes, that's more important. It's more important for you to be consistent with the practice so that your weight, your appropriate weight can be achieved. Now, some people want to really drastically reduce their weight. That's not advisable. Some people they have a certain figure in their mind, a certain number in their mind. They want to achieve that as their weight, which they assume is the ideal weight. That's also not true. The most important part of weight is to feel active, to feel light, and to be really quick in what you do. And that's what your ideal weight, that's how ideal weight is supposed to be. It's got nothing to do with your number. So, Usha, so how are you feeling as far as your energy levels are concerned?
it's really good. I'm very active and I'm able to do much more than I used to do. and my body always feels light, and and I have this clarity of whatever I do, my thinking process, or have to do something, it happens like this. Other generally, I used to have a lag. I used to think a lot, but then physically, when I have to do it in action, it would, I would procrastinate and say, not today, tomorrow, kind of a person I was. But right now, no. If I want to do this, yes, let's do it, kind of a thing.
That's the whole
And it's
point.
really wonderful.
Wow.
It really feels wonderful.
Yeah, that's the whole point in terms of attaining your ideal weight. That's how it is. So Usha will continue to lose some more weight before she feels really awesome about her. That's the whole point. Your self-confidence essentially comes from taking care of yourself, and Usha is on that path, and she's been on that path for several years now. And there was another problem which Usha faced recently, which also we thought we'll address in the same call. That was Usha is a teacher in a school, and during the lockdown, all the schools are faced with another challenge: is how to teach the children, because the teachers usually are used to visiting classrooms and addressing the whole class of children, and then everyone is at a proximal distance where you can touch, feel, and you can also teach and give a lot of clarifications and answers to the children. But during the lockdown, things just changed. The teachers were faced with a learning disability almost, where they had to learn how to use an online software. Not only that, but also learn to monitor children. And maintain that attention span, which is humongously stressful, because now you're separated by distance and it's all online. Then the children are no more tangible, no more fetchable, and you cannot do what you can do in a school environment. Given this situation, Usha's stress levels rose, and she had certain issues, primarily due to the challenges that were faced in teaching. And again, I provided certain interventions to Usha, and I would like to hear from her what she did and what has been the turnaround. Usha, on to you.
Yeah. So recently, 2, 3 days back, I called Mahesh, saying that Mahesh, I'm just having this, my nose is becoming very dry, and when I'm not, I don't know, and I'm having a little coughing thing, and my throat is not okay, and I was very concerned. And he immediately told me, what happened in your classroom today? I said, what? Okay. Did this happen? That was his question to me. And it was exactly to the point. He got it. Yeah, I was very disturbed what happened in the classroom, because one of the students, whatever the way he behaved. So immediately I said yes. And then he gave me a technique where he said, you just light a lamp, sit for 10 minutes, just write whatever comes to your mind. Don't think and write, just write. Let it flow. And then you can tear it up, tear that page or burn it. And that's what I did. And it was around somewhere in the evening, around 4:35 during that time. And that day I had a nice sleep, and my symptoms really disappeared. And whenever I have this right now, since I have to keep teaching, he also suggested that I continue doing this, every day after I finish my classes. And it has really, really helped me a lot. Thank you very much, Mahesh.
Thank you. So the most important part in any kind of profession is to first of all love yourself, accept yourself, and also to make sure that every challenge that comes to you comes with its own possible solution. So you always need to live in the solutioning, and when you turn your gaze from solutioning to the problem, then you feel really bogged down. And there are certain remedies which can really bring you up and really boost your energy levels, so that you can really spring back. And that's what Usha did today, and did a few days ago, I'm sorry. And then that was the result. She really boosted up her energy levels, and today look at her, she's all smiles. Thank you, Usha. Thank you so much for your feedback, and it's been amazing to have you on board, and for us to help you, and to see this outcome. This is all healing is about. So the outcome is so gratifying. We are so happy that this has been the way you have felt. Thank you so much.
Yeah, before we could close, Mahesh, I would like to add a few things. people who are looking for any healing, please, I highly recommend Mahesh, because the difference which I see, I've been to one or two Nadi Pariksha people, Ayurveda people before I could come to Mahesh. The special I would say about him is that he gets to the root of the emotion first, and only then he goes into medicines. First he tries to see where it could be done without medicines, and is there any interventions which he offers, so that we can be clear of the symptoms which we are facing. So highly recommend Mahesh. Please, any issues, please call him. And Nadi Pariksha Wellness is one-step solution for your physical.
Thank you so much for this feedback, and thank you for this amazing feedback. Thank you so much.